We're back. No echo this time, Donnie. No,
Yeah,
there's no echo.
I shut it off this time for you.
Thanks a lot. So we're here. We'll wait for a couple of people to come. We'll wait like 30 seconds here. We've got the co-host waiting in the wings. We've got everything sorted out there. We're perfect. The fruit salesman got everything going. It's all working good. So yeah. So we can talk about. We'll bring the co-host in, and later on we'll talk about my weekend now that I can talk, because I couldn't talk before, because that's kind of how things are. But so you're what was that?
Life on the road.
Oh yeah, it's yeah. Everything's all back to normal here. Still haven't got the backdrop up, but yeah. So there's that. You played any cornhole this last couple days?
I played last night. It wasn't the greatest. I think I threw like a 6 something, so I didn't make the playoff. Yeah,
it's a dream night for me.
Yeah, no, but it's we had like 40 people last night, and they take the top 24. So I think I finished like 33rd.
Mm-hmm. So I'll go. Actually, I forgot. I see we got like one viewer, and I forgot to log myself in. We can have 2 viewers here, so I can see who's all doing what here. But yeah. So we've got this here because we're going to do a co-host reveal show here, because I'm going to have a new co-host. Wait a second. There was an echo. That my fault that time.
Yeah, you got to shut the volume of the device, Dougie.
Yeah, I did. I got it down. So, yeah. So, thanks to Suzanne for coming in with Calgary. We're going to have another co-host for Niagara, and in talking, looks like we're going to have someone new each open. So for this year, possibly have a couple different more come in for next year. But for talking with this year, 4. Should we bring the person in?
Do we want to keep the people waiting a little bit longer?
I don't know. Everyone knows this person. Everybody knows this person, because it's a female. I almost said she is the better half of a former guest. Actually, she's already been on the show once. Bring her in, Nicole Hubbard. She will be the co-host for Niagara.
I'm so excited. I am so good. I'm so excited. I know. Totally pumped.
Well, I got the message from Adam that he's been helping you out with some cornhole terminology. I'm not sure it's the correct terminology.
Oh, it's not good. It's not good. Definitely practicing. I've been watching all of our games. And my big thing is, when I play, I may talk anyways and not even realize that I'm talking. And so some of my own terminology may come out. So I'm really, really practicing not saying certain words.
Well, we kind of talked before, and you have been on with me before doing co-hosting.
Yes.
And I'm going to say it was in Coburg at one of the Ontario conference tournaments a couple of years ago, almost kind of just out of COVID.
I think you're right. I totally think you're right.
Yep. So you're no stranger to the mic, and if all people have to do is just go to Peterborough Cornhole, and you are on the mic and in camera there all the time, helping Adam out.
Actually, Adam loves the mic, and that's actually a big joke. He's going to kill me for saying this. So he loves the mic. He loves to listen to himself talk, which I love him for that. I will explain things, I will chat, and then he will literally take the microphone from me and repeat everything I say. So it's a big joke at Peterborough Cornhole that he loves to listen to himself talk.
Well, I've seen him do that a few times, and it's
which is perfectly fine.
But no, I'm so pumped, because we've been talking about this for a little while now, about you coming on to co-host with me on one of the opens, and I think this week, we're 2 weeks away now.
I know we are. I'm actually really excited. So we have a big weekend this weekend. We have our Christmas Ugly Sweater fundraiser tournament coming up, and I'm going to Taylor Swift on Saturday night. But after that, I'm going to be studying a bunch of stuff. So.
Wait, you have a tournament on Thanksgiving weekend?
No, so Thanksgiving weekend is next weekend. And actually, Adam usually does a lot of cornhole tournaments. So what he does, he takes a Thursday off. They play indoor golf, and they watch all the football games on the Thursday. And then at Keystone again, he has a fun tournament. But this weekend, the 23rd, is our Ugly Sweater fundraiser tournament.
I'm trying to look around here because I usually have my plaque here, but it's not around me.
Oh, and I don't have it because I'm at Cornhole right now. I don't know if you can see behind me, but I'm actually at Cornhole right now. So.
Well, that was one of the last trophies I got was Ugly Sweater Day at the with
sweater.
Dave with Dave.
Oh, and with Adam's brother Dave. It was fantastic. Yes, yeah. We had a great time.
Yeah, and I've said, like, you guys always have. I hate missing your tournaments, and Grayson's got a hockey tournament, so I'm away for that this weekend, so I can't make it down to Peterborough. But,
I will only be there to check people in. I will be at Taylor Swift, so I will not be there for the remainder of the tournament.
But it's still a great time because the cornhole tournaments in Peterborough are great.
Yes.
The after parties are epic. That's all I got to say. If you're going to go to Peterborough, you have to go for the after party.
I think it's because we make such a great breakfast afterwards.
Well, I was going to say, I get to sleep on your front lawn, and then get breakfast in the morning.
And it's funny because nobody asked to sleep at our place this year, which is kind of weird, but it's also okay because my trailer is now with Adam at work, and there's not going to be anybody there, so I don't feel bad. Guess who's coming in to say hi? Oh, he left. There he is.
And there is Adam. He had to come in anyway,
but he can't hear anything. And it's funny, he can't hear anything. I need new glasses. I can't see anything, so we're hoping everything goes okay.
Well, maybe if I need a break, he can come in and you guys can commentate together.
That would be funny, actually.
Hey, did you see John Clark's comments?
I can't see anybody's comments.
I'm not sure. Well, here.
Just told me
you can ask Nicole a question. I think it's right here.
A trophy that Doug won. Everybody's shocked.
It wasn't like a ugly sweater, like he won the ugly sweater contest. He actually won, I want to say, the D division.
Really? Did nobody else show up?
He had Dave, and Dave was shooting really well back then. He's
right here.
Be so mad
right there.
That's perfect.
Third place competitive.
It was third place. Third place.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
We ran into that Gibby guy.
Oh my God, Gibby. I love Gibby. He's like one of my favorite human beings ever. He truly is.
Well, actually, what I wore, some people were a little upset because of the ugly sweater I wore because it was a Toronto Maple Leaf jersey.
Oh.
That is a pretty ugly sweater.
It's a beautiful sweater.
What?
It's a beautiful sweater. What sweater would you wear that you would think is beautiful?
A beautiful red, white, and blue one.
Oh, no. We might not be friends after this.
The one with the most cups.
The one That's hysterical. I remember our middle son, he's a goalie, and he was a huge Carey Price fan growing up. And we had to buy him a Montreal Canadiens plaque for his door, and it broke me. Oh. So I'll do it. What else can we do with that? That's okay. We can still be friends.
So with coming back to the commentary, what I like having you on the broadcast is that you've played against a lot of the women in Ontario here, and you've kind of seen you be able to talk with them. So you're going to have a little bit more of an insight to actually playing against them.
You know what? I am so thankful. Like, am I at their caliber? Absolutely not. But it doesn't matter because these women are they're amazing. They're great human beings. They're so much fun to talk to. They're great to hang out with, and it doesn't matter if I'm not at the caliber or not. They will play against me. They'll play with me. It does not matter. And I think that's why I love it. It's so much fun.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll have those other Peterborough sisters might be there. Will they happen to come down?
I don't think so.
I haven't seen a list yet.
So Megan, She is a new lister. She's doing fantastic up there. She is becoming a vet tech. And unfortunately, well, fortunately for her, she's working a lot, doing a lot of volunteer work at the animal hospitals up there. And Emma is becoming a fireman. So she has a job doing patient transfers, and she's on fire fit. She's doing a lot of different things that way. Unfortunately, they're kind of moving in their own direction. However, whenever we play against them, they still kick everybody's butt. It does not matter. They still kick everybody's butt.
Yeah, I think I almost beat Megan once.
I've never almost beat any of them.
Was she throwing 2 bags?
That would be the only reason that I would be able to like even come close to getting points on her.
Yeah.
They're fantastic girls.
Yeah. And I think that's, and I've got to see some more of the women play on the weekend when I was in Delhi. I think, and I've said it more, and you can maybe vouch for this as well, because Adam is the Ontario provincial director. Our women's division in Ontario, especially, is probably one of the most competitive divisions we have in all of Cornhole.
Oh, for sure. And that's what we were talking about, actually, when I was driving up here with some of the other guys, Footy. He drove me up here to Newcastle, and we were chatting about that. And it's really, really hard for me to go into the women's division in the open because I get my butt kicked, like completely get my butt kicked. It's fun, but they're so good. Like, it's hard to find. I don't know. It's just they're so good, and they're so competitive. Like even in our league nights, I love seeing how competitive and how good these women are becoming.
Yeah, and and Peterborough's got a bunch. Like
I
just love when there's all of your players there.
Do you know who I love? And I cannot remember her last name off the top of my head right now, but Barb and Roger.
Oh yes.
Barb. So they're with us all summer long, and then they head down to Florida in the wintertime. And I'm telling you right now, like that's what they do. Like they play cornhole all winter long, and they play every night of the week, and they have an absolute amazing time. And she was telling us like how much money they were winning while they were down in Florida, and they're playing against pros down there. Like all of a sudden, like, did you see the post? One of the
well, yes, they play with Sam Finley down there. I think in her league down there.
And even one of the Oshawa guys, him and his wife were just down in Florida. They just went and decided to jump in a league and just for one night, and they're playing against pros. And I think that's why I love the sport so much, because it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. Everybody's playing together, and everybody's having fun. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to have a fun time in Niagara. It's going to be a long weekend of talking. I know I got a little bit of a practice on the weekend in Delhi with going live for 8 hours in a day. And I was like, I've only had a month off, and I'm already dead tired. But it's going to be nice to have someone sitting alongside of me talking again, because talking to myself just isn't fun.
Well, you just got to make sure.
Says I do better when I talk to myself because I just answer myself. But hey, we'll do it.
You just got to keep an eye on those transitions, Nicole, because he doesn't like to hit the button sometimes.
Okay. So I have some training time that I need to get. Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
My transitions were perfect on the weekend. I didn't have to do anything, but they were the weekend.
I think Dougie mentioned that to me earlier too. Like we were messaging back and forth, and he's like, "No, I got some new camera set up." So I think it'll be fun. Like it's exciting for me because I know that Adam wants to get into some of this stuff too with some of our tournaments, like with the cameras and the live feeds and stuff. So I'm really, really interested in learning and doing all of this stuff with Dougie.
Yeah, it's. I think it's going to be a blast, and you'll learn that if you're right there till the end. Food places close early in Niagara Falls.
Okay.
For a party town.
Early. Okay.
Like for a town that's all about tourism, that's kind of garbage.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, that's okay though. We'll order food in.
Yeah.
It's like they roll up the sidewalks at like 5:00, eh?
No, I think it's more because it's the winter time. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like when we have the tournaments there in January, it's bad. Like it's even worse in January than it is now.
Well, now we could have like shorts and t-shirt weather with the way our weather's been going here now.
Oh, I know. It's ridiculous. Which is okay, though. Like, I'd rather... Actually, I can't say that. I love the snow. I'm okay to have the snow.
I did find Trey Ryder's brother at Margaritaville when I was up there.
Really?
Yes.
Well, he's going to show it again, aren't you?
Yes, I have to find this picture again. It was amazing.
Okay.
Ready? You tell me. You tell me.
I'm moving my glasses up so I can actually see properly.
Here, I'll can we? Which one do I?
Hold on. I gotta figure out there's the map. Hold on. Nope, it's not there.
You gotta be ready with this stuff.
Hey, listen, Doug. We fly from the hip, my friend. Okay, ready? Here it is. You tell me this is not Trey Ryder's little brother.
I'm trying to remember how to get you.
I can't even see that.
Wait a second. Put him solo. There you go.
Oh, that's better. Okay, I can totally see that. Did you take that picture?
I did. Yes, I was sitting
Did
at the
he
bar.
Did he know you were taking the picture?
No. Come on.
Well, that's even better.
Yeah, it's even better. Like you're just sitting there. I'm like, oh my God, it's Trey Ryder's little brother.
Just random picture of some dude.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it.
I get a lot of random pictures of people because I'm like, this looks like this person.
Oh my gosh.
So Jeff Colbert, he's in the area for Niagara. He says that early December sucks for Niagara. Oh, we'll see. It'll probably be better than the end of January.
We'll make it fun.
Yeah, exactly. And for people that are going there early, I know in Niagara Falls, check out BK Cornhole. I know Joe and Amy are going to be having something on the Wednesday night. Jeff is doing something on the Canadian side on the Thursday. Bobby Sperry's got something at his venue on the Thursday night on the American side. So,
well, 1 second. Do you need my 50-50 tickets? Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, go right ahead.
Well, no, because that's how we do. We just wing it here. We're just winging it all the time because we're going for wings.
Did I win?
No, but we have tickets.
Okay. Oh my God, we're back to back. That's hysterical. So they're doing the 50-50 airmail challenge, and they were like, "Oh, where's your tickets?" So the league called their name. So I apologize. Hi guys.
Now, what is the 50-50 airmail challenge?
So what we do in Peterborough, and I'm not too sure because this is their first time, I'm not sure how they do it. So what we do is the pot is, let's say the first night is like $200. So $25 goes to the person who wins it. $25 goes to the house. So there's your 50%. The rest of it goes into the pot, and then you split it into 4 and you get that much money per bag. And then if nobody gets an airmail, and we have the tube here. Like it's the big tube. So it's like 50% or sorry, a quarter a bag as I'm doing math right now. Sorry, they're all quiet. And then if nobody gets it, then it gets pushed on until the next week.
So you get the roll.
It rolls over. So Peterborough right now, our Monday night league's at $1,000. So $250 a bag. And then our Wednesday night competitive social is I think $750 for the airmail. And
I have a question.
Absolutely.
So do you have to get that little like change thing that clicks out the loonies and toonies, or
No.
like paper money?
No, we got cash.
Okay.
It's paper money. No, we don't do loonies and toonies. I take that home for my vacation fund.
Just hand them a big bag. Like, you won $300. Here you go.
No. We it's cash, and then we were actually thinking about, just because the pot was getting big, we're like, I don't want the money to go missing, so maybe we'll just keep like a tally of it, put it like in a bank account, and then we'll just e-transfer people. But
so
then
what
I'm like,
we
people like the cash.
We had to do it down here one time because it was like almost $6,000.
Oh my gosh.
So
Tom Hammond last night, you should have seen him though. We had everybody, of course, like in between the Just for Fun League and the Open League, they're practicing and stuff like that. Tom Hammond got it 4 times in that stupid tube. 4 times that guy did. Whose number did we draw? We draw Tom's. He could not hit it. But he actually just totally went around the lip. It was awesome.
yeah, but when we was that big, we actually made it so that the person had to meet on a random day to get the money.
Oh, really?
We didn't want them walking out of
That's
the
a good
venue
idea.
with that much cash in hand if they hit many bags.
Where do you live that you have to worry about that?
Listen, no matter where you live, if you're broadcasting that you've $6,000, I'd knock someone over the head. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah. Come
Oh,
on.
you should come to where we live. We would
He's
we
not
would
in-
knock
he's
you over
not
the head. We'd probably buy you a drink.
Wait a minute. But in Canada, I don't know if I can say this. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble. Guns are only for hunting, not for self-defense.
Right. Actually, I've had this conversation with a lot of people because, of course, where I work too, there's a lot of people from different parts of the U.S. and they're like, "Well, how do you protect yourselves?" I'm like, "Who am I protecting myself from? Like, nobody comes. We don't feel where we live that we need that. That's all." So if I could probably walk out of our cornhole league with $6,000 in my pocket and not have to worry about being hit over the head with it.
Well, I guess I'm coming up there for some money.
Yeah, come on up. It'll be fun. Have you ever been up?
I think Donnie would fit in perfect with Peterborough.
Oh my gosh, you'd have so much fun up with us.
I have never. I've only been to Canada twice for cornhole. Once was the first ever Niagara Open,
Okay.
and secondly was Quebec last year.
Okay. Well,
But
you have to come to Peterborough. It's
I'll have to come out there. So me and Doug have been trying to make plans to get together and be out for me to come in that area. I also will be at St. John's this year too.
Okay, I think Adam's heading up to St. John's. I feel like he's trying to fit that in his schedule. He has a full-time job too, so it's hard to work certain things around that. But I know that he was trying to figure out if he could get that in his schedule before he ramped up for summer as well.
Yeah, well, that week's getting crazy for me right now because I go from St. John's to my son's graduation into bike week. So it's going to be a very busy end of May, beginning of June.
Yeah, that would be very busy. Yeah, and that's Adam's busy time too.
Well,
I know that he's trying. He's trying to figure it out. He's trying to see what he has. He's not making any promises yet, but he's trying to definitely work that out.
Because he's got what, 3 provincial tournaments still to do as well.
Yeah, so we have one booked in January at the Lindsay
7, 8. Yeah, is it 7, 8, 9 of January?
In that area, middle of January.
Area. Yeah.
April, I believe he's down. I'm trying to point down west. We were there before. I think he's in Simcoe. Is this not?
Yeah, and then the other one is in St. Thomas, I believe. Is it? No,
Stroud.
Stroud.
Innisfil, the curling club up there. We did the Sox tournament up there.
Yeah.
We finished that off. You know what? They have a great facility. The curling club, we have the bottom of the curling club. It just works, the amount of space. Yes, it's not as central as we would like it to be. However, they're great for hosting. They're so good to us there.
Yep. Yeah, so I know I will be at the one in January for doing it there. Yeah, so the first one is January 10th to the 12th in Lindsay.
That's right.
And then April 11th to the 13th at the Odd in Simcoe.
Simcoe, yes.
And then the
provincial
championship, September 5th to 7th, is up in Stroud.
You know, I really love that reads his phone because he has to do that old guy lean back. Just
that's awesome.
I'm old.
Listen. I'm older.
I'm literally raising my glasses. I can't see anything. Everything on my screen is so small right now. I'm on this little wee phone. It's ridiculous. I got new glasses, prescriptions, and I haven't got them. So these are my old ones. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I used these here new ones for the first time in Calgary last year, and they are the bifocal stuff. But just the whole, when I go to move my head too quickly, the whole table just goes in a wave. And it's just
mine are trifocal. So when I walk downstairs, it's like I'm walking in a fishbowl. It's ridiculous. I know I'm old.
Yeah, I've got the bifocals, and I had to literally they gave me bifocal contact lenses. And
how does that work?
Well, I don't know how they work because I still can't get them to work because I put them in and I can't read shit. Like I'm holding my phone. I need my phone on like a friggin' 12-foot like pole.
And
Just
you're talking about me.
Listen, I don't do it on air.
Yeah, I don't understand how bifocal contact lenses work.
I don't
have no
either.
clue.
Because they feel like they're like 8 pounds, and my eyeball feels like it's like getting pulled down. I can't do. Well, and then when I'm driving in the car, I can't even see like the speedometer or anything because I'm trying to like lean into the back seat. It looks like I'm a gangster with the the seat laid back. Like,
I'm thinking you're gonna have to get rid of those. I'm thinking
Yeah,
you're just gonna have to go back in glasses.
I barely wear them because then I can't post on social media. I'm like, I can't see my phone.
That's Adam right now. I feel so bad for him. He lost his glasses. He keeps on stealing my glasses because they have the readers at the bottom. But then I can't see anything. Yeah, we're just a hot mess. It's ridiculous.
Listen, I lost a pair of glasses at a beach tournament this year, and I had to drive home at night with my sunglasses on because they were prescription.
Oh, geez.
I had 2 or 3 beers. Please don't pull me over. I'm just trying to stay on the
gosh.
highway.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling at all.
Nope.
Well, Nicole, I know you're at the Cornhole. I want to thank you for coming on, doing this here, and we'll be in touch. We'll do some more talking, and we'll be there bright and early on 9 a.m. on the Friday morning here in 2 weeks, and just having some fun with all of our Cornhole stuff.
So that's on my Black Friday, right?
No, yours is the next week.
No, week after that, Donnie.
Week after.
It's the same weekend as Richmond, Virginia.
When is Richmond? Is that the first weekend of December?
Yeah, 7th to 9th. I think we are.
So you're Black. Yeah, we're the 6th, right? 6th.
6. Yeah,
okay.
That term is the 6th, 7, 8.
Okay,
and then Black Friday is the 29th or the 30th, 29th, 30th.
28, 29.
Yeah. That's when I do my shopping online. That's important to me.
Listen, I've been in retail for 30 years, so I don't go near a store that
weekend.
I
bet you don't. No, I just sit online. I just like the fact that up here, like we get your nice little deals on Black Friday.
Well,
we're okay to get that from you guys.
This will be my first Black Friday off in 30 years of retail.
Really? Where do you work?
I work for a small fruit company.
Oh, really?
Which is why he was able to help with your AirPods before.
I love that small fruit company. Thank you for your help. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I actually just got out of work before we started this. I'm driving home. I'm like, Doug, I'll be home very soon.
That's hysterical. That's awesome. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Again, so yeah, thank you, because I know you and Adam still have to drive home from Newcastle there, and it's a little back there. But yeah, I can't wait for the 6th and having some fun on the live feed.
We're gonna have so much fun.
It will be. It will be. So
it'll be good.
Thank you again for coming on. Thank you guys
so much for having me on. I
will see you in the chat because I will be home, so I will be in the chat.
Awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. We're going to have a great time.
You are live feeding, so have a great time. Nicole, it was nice seeing you again.
Nice seeing you too. We'll talk to you soon. Okay. Bye.
Bye. So yes, that's who will be co-hosting, Nicole Hubbard. We've been talking with that for a couple weeks now, and I know she's super pumped about coming on. And I'm like I said, I had her sitting co-host chair in Coburg at a provincial tournament, and she did great. And I think she will do great one more time when we're in Niagara. So that is a packed week. I usually get my afternoons off on the Friday, but I just got confirmation yesterday that I will be doing starting 9 a.m. Probably a little bit after 9 a.m. We won't be doing the rounders portion of the Canadian Cornhole Federation qualifier. We'll do the bracket where they go down to the 3 men and 3 women that will make up the team. Once that's done, we'll go right into women's, singles, and juniors. I'm not sure which ones we're going to have on. Then a little bit of a break. There'll be another special ceremony that we'll be having coming on, which is going to be announced a little later on. And then our first ACL Canada Teams event on the Friday night. So the first day is packed with cornhole.
That is a lot of cornhole. Hey, did you see the announcement today? Did you see it?
Drummondville?
No. An amazing cornhole company just got all the Canadian logos.
Oh, I knew about that a while ago.
Well, we knew about it, but the people might not know about it. So
right.
posted that Titan cornholebags.com now has all of your U.S. and Canadian team logo bags.
Yeah, so
And
we'll have the St. John Screechers, Montreal Royals, Toronto Tower, and the Calgary Chargers bags that they will have on there.
Yes, and you can get those, I believe, in any series that are pro bags. So pretty amazing stuff there where people can get some of the greatest bags in the whole wide world with some of the prettiest logos, except for that one. What's that? The Calgary team. I heard they have a horrible captain.
I haven't seen him in the chat yet either, so I'm not sure what's
he was in the chat. He signed in. I saw him sign in. That's why I said it. Him and Spence, I saw both in the chat. Well, they didn't put in the chat, but I saw them as watching.
Okay, well, yeah, he just sent me a message. Okay, yeah, I'm getting other messages here as well. But he sent me a message of a jersey that he just got, and he just wanted to, I think, to rub it into you.
Yeah, well, yeah, he sent me the same picture, and he was upset that I didn't say he was sexy, so I did tell him he was sexy. He's a damn handsome man. I love him to death.
And that's Andrew Spencer. He's always lurking.
And there's Spence. Spence had a good weekend too at Cornhole.
He had a big win. Yeah, didn't have Derek around, so he got a win.
Yeah, so he didn't have the anchor, so he rose to the top.
So now that I don't have an echo, I can talk a bit more about Saturday. So my time in Delhi, a fantastic day. I got still a few bugs to work out. I got the replays working. Hope everyone liked me having the replays on there. Got them to work. Took me a little bit to remember. Good day, Mr. Huber. I see that he's watching on your feed, not mine. Thanks for that, Trevor.
Hey, we're going to have to talk about that live feed thing, the replays. Because when you texted me, I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know how to do any of that.
Yeah. It took me a couple to remember that when you hit because I was waiting until, sometimes I did it a little before the start. Before, I was anticipating that I'm going to need to do a replay. So I hit the replay button, forgetting it goes back like 5 seconds, right? And the thing, so I got like a long pause and then just happened to get the throw in. So I had to start getting that. Like I can hit the replay after they throw the bag or after it's a big shot, and I'm going to get everything on it. So,
is that why they call it a replay?
Well, yeah, but you're hitting the button to record the replay.
Yeah,
that, and then to a little problem with the recording of stuff. It was overwriting everything. So all the replays I did, I thought I would still have them on the hard drive. I just have the last shot, and then also it went to the actual streams that I was doing. They were overwriting themselves too. So had a bunch of good games. I thought I was going to be able to go back and do some clip stuff of. I don't have them. I'll have to go back and screen grab off of.
Here's what the people need to understand too, Doug. This is always a learning experience for us, right? As more and more stuff gets introduced, as we get more and more equipment that we're still getting. I mean, like you got that instant replay stuff, I think literally like a couple hours before you were at the tournament.
Well, yeah, the night before I finally, I was sitting down here just kind of trying to get it. It was like, wasn't working. And then all of a sudden it was like, boom, it's working. I was like, oh, how did I get that to work? I got no idea, but it works. So we're going to go with it.
Well, that's the thing is like, as we get new stuff, new equipment, new little tricks in our bag, we got to figure them out on the fly, right? Because the only way you're ever going to figure out if it works is you got to go live, right? Yep. So, I mean, listen, we don't have a production team when we're doing this stuff. It is literally us 99% of the time. We are a one-man band. Yep. We're there setting all the equipment up, plugging all the wires in, doing a couple test live feeds, trying to make it work. And then, maybe as we kind of go through the weekend, we get a couple people to sit down with us, or you in advance get a co-host. But most of the time, it's just us learning on the fly, trying to do different things, trying to pick up different tips. Like I know I've talked to you a bunch. I've tried to talk to Wally a bunch. Just the different people doing it in the game. just trying to see how I can make the stuff I do better to continue to keep going. Like, I know I can talk about the game. It's sometimes the technology in the background that I need more help with, right? Because I don't do overlays. I don't do the instant replay stuff. You know what I mean? I only started doing this, and, you know, you and me both kind of started doing the live feed stuff at the same time.
Yep.
And, you know, we were literally working on a budget because both of our significant others have a strong hold on the checkbook.
Yes, they do. Yes. Yeah. And like, and even, they go back to that with like the overlay stuff is for that, like I even got the new overlays. I was in like a production meeting on that Thursday night in Calgary, literally like an hour and a half, 2 hours before going over to the venue to set up, that I got all the new overlays, got all of them put in, and then all of a sudden went, got it. It was working, went back to Friday morning to go live, and it wasn't working. So it was like another phone call and a to get it going. And I know that for my, for schedules, for my schedule and the schedules for some other people to hook up, I'm having my Niagara production meeting Thursday morning here. So 2 weeks out that we're doing the production stuff, but it's getting all that set up. But it's, I like the path that we're going on this year with the live feed stuff, and I think it's each one is going to get better and better. We've got some new overhead camera angles that I need to we'll be working on possibly early next week. I've got the stuff to do it. I just need to go to do all the R&D stuff, and that, so people will like it, was because I know people, we went and did change. We went from the tripods looking down right where the players are, to having the little arms that are on the back of on the backdrop, which were only like 2 feet long, if that, to now doing like hopefully like a 6-foot boom that's kind of going out. So those backdrops can be back a little farther. We won't have to worry about the camera shifting if someone happens to back into a backdrop. Yeah, so that's that, which we'll have 2 of them for there, but then 6-foot poles that aren't retractable, I now have to do that for the West and for St. John's, get them all set, and hopefully some people in those areas will help me out and be able to do some.
Put those in a suitcase. A little tough.
Oh, very tough. Very tough.
You're already traveling with enough stuff that will get you stopped by TSA.
And yeah, and it that has happened a few times. So now it's I've still got the big fragile sticker from Air Canada on my suitcase because it all gets into the checked luggage, and I just have to hope and pray that it gets there.
Well, because is it TSA up there too, or is it, they call it something else?
Kind of the same, yeah.
Yeah. They call it what, BPD or something, like Border Protection and whatever.
I think it's still TSA, I believe. But
yeah, but you guys are like way worse with bags. Oh
yeah, no, we are. Yeah, we're still unsure, but because we haven't had many people traveling with bags still, right? And we're not as mainstream still.
Yeah, but you still have,
as you guys are in the States.
Use like I got through 4 other countries with bags before I didn't have to check them. They just like swipe them and put them through different things. Like you guys up there like have to check them, or like literally there'll be samurai sword opened.
Yep. So
it's a little much. I can bring home a whole case of XXX Molson, but I can't fly with a beanbag.
Nope. Although for Calgary, I did, going there and coming home, I did get through with fingernail clippers.
Yeah, I can't fly with a beanbag, but I can clip your nails.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. But
it's crazy. I mean, as stuff's going on more and more around the world, the country, even us just traveling back and forth, I think it's just going to get crazier and crazier as we try to travel with some of this stuff as we go through. I mean, even just trying to get into like people start to do the Olympics, what's going to happen there? Am I going to bring my beanbags into the Olympic Village, or am I going to have to like put them in like a bomb-proof locker outside of there where somebody has to swipe my bags every 10 seconds?
For sure here. Yeah, I'm just getting up a post here. Just to kind of go back to touch on Delhi for a couple minutes here. If people can want to go back and watch on the down and back page here, the 9 a.m. Juniors and the lower groups singles, and see the junior stuff, because some of that was just fantastic. We had 11 juniors sign up. And of course, Jonathan Bird does great work with the juniors there. 11 juniors sign up, no cost for them, and there was still a payout for them. Right? So in our, I was kind of making some comments about this on feed. In the King Seat game, for the first time ever, we had an 8-year-old versus a 10-year-old in our junior King Seat game. And we had Easton Shaftsma against Mason Miller. And Mason Miller took that down to go into the King Seat. So unfamiliar territory for him, because if anyone's seen Mason Miller at Nationals against Ludwig Daig, he had the double dip. And then in Calgary, and the name just now escapes me, but Mason Miller had to double dip to get the win there. So he didn't have to double dip to get the win here, but he played against Landon Storts in the final. And the whole morning, all the juniors were just throwing incredible. So I'm super pumped to see what's going to happen, because I know we will have some of the American juniors from the Buffalo area and such come up to play. So we'll really get to see some of those kids there, because we've also got, that's like Delhi's in the southwest portion of the province here. We've got players, Owen Boggs and a couple other players from the Oshawa area who are lights out as well. So our junior program here, I've said that the women's division is one of the toughest divisions, but I think our junior division is going to start really kind of coming into, really kind of give that a run for money as one of the toughest divisions. So I'm pretty pumped to see that in Niagara in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and that's on Friday morning?
There'll be Friday, yeah, so that's all being bumped back. So there's the Canadian Cornhole Federation, they're doing their rounders, and then into a 16-player bracket. So I believe it's going to be 16 men and 16 women playing in a single elimination bracket, I believe, to get down to 3 players.
So what does that get?
Then they will be part of Team Canada next September.
Okay, so they will be the delegates to go to Europe.
Yes.
Okay.
To play in the WCO event.
Okay. And do we know where the WCO event is this year? I know it's kind of moving around a bit.
Next year, it's been. I'd have to look. I know it's been announced.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know where it was, but I know there were
Croatia.
They were talking about the Croatian team being a force to be reckoned with, but
yeah,
I don't know if it's actually in Croatia this year. So I think that's going to be. I think you're going to see Europe coming on strong this year.
Oh, I think so too. Yes.
I mean, Team France made a pretty deep run.
Another thing, talking about ACL Canada, that was announced today, February 7th to the 9th, we will be back in Drummondville. So we now know all 4 opens in Canada this year. We got Niagara coming up here December 7th to 9th. Then we have February 7th to 9th in Drummondville. And then May 30th to June 1st in St. John's being the 4 opens. And then our national to be announced very soon.
And hopefully the national is not the same weekend again.
No, it will not be. I've been assured it will not be. It will be before Worlds in Rock Hill.
Oh, that's awesome because that actually lets the Canadians participate some more, right?
Yeah.
Because
And that way then we won't be, because last year with it being after kind of the season ended, the point structure wasn't finalized till after that. So this time Canadian point structure will be done prior to Worlds in Rock Hill.
I love that. I think that's a huge win for Canada because now it lets them kind of finish the season with everybody else, but also lets them participate through the end, right? Because I mean, for the U.S. pros, Spencer's is kind of that icing on the cake, right? Where season's over, I just went through the gauntlet at Worlds. Now I can go out to Spencer's, have a great time, have some fun, but still play some really competitive cornhole before I kind of take maybe, a week or two off because the season never ends and, really start up that next charge. But I think what's hurt some of the Canadian pros is not being at Spencer's because that's really where a lot of the players get to really meet up and talk to, kind of the who's who of cornhole, right? The other pros, a lot of the manufacturers, and really start to kind of build that momentum into the next season and really help out with, cost, but also relationship, because a lot of this stuff doesn't happen overnight. So a lot of it's, just having those quick conversations and kind of starting a friendship.
Yep.
Or a partnership and really, bringing it on from there.
Yes. And just kind of jogging my memory here now, it's a conversation I had today. Could be that not just Nicole Hubbard, as we already announced being the co-host, we could have another, maybe a junior co-host as well coming on with Sawyer Shemmerhorn coming on. I was talking with Allie and so Jeremy's newborn said, "Oh, come on live feed," and she was like, "Oh yeah, we'll get the backpack that she can put on my chest, and I can walk around with him and have him for the live feed, so she doesn't have to carry him around." I was like, "Okay, well, maybe not."
Yeah, bring it on. Come on, let's go. Yeah, because for him, that's not really a huge distance for him, right?
No, we're looking probably about 3 to 4 hours.
That's not too bad with a newborn. No. I mean, that's kind of an okay drive.
Yep.
Hopefully most of the time they sleep, but because he's right in the Michigan area, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So he can probably come up and over, right?
Yes. So also, not meaning to spoil things, but he could possibly be coming to St. John's as well. And,
really?
And bringing the whole family is what I've heard, possibly. I know I flew with him home last year because they actually flew out of Kitchener here, just because you get like a $200 flight. Well, probably like $50 for him with the exchange, but it's still a cheap flight out of here to go down there.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, because he can just drive up, right? He can just shoot over the border.
Yeah, and it's like he's a 3-hour drive to here. Well, 3.5-hour drive to here.
Dude, I would do that 3.5-hour drive to save a couple $100 in flights. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
just do a local carrier and just puddle jump it. I would do it all day.
So
that's awesome. But the thing with it is too, Doug. I think you get a lot of great stuff going on with Cornhole Canada and
ACL Canada or Cornhole in Canada.
Cornhole in Canada. I think for me, you're a first ballot Hall of Famer.
No, we'll see. We'll see.
First ballot.
I'm not holding breath. But yeah. Say hello from Gabriel Parsons watching from Fortune. He is that feller from Fortune. Newfoundland music, you get it. But he is the brother of Albert Parsons.
Oh,
father of Daryl.
The guy that's retired 72 times.
Yes. Yeah,
I love me.
I'm not sure he's not. I don't think he's in here.
Where is Fortune, Newfoundland?
It's in Newfoundland.
But that doesn't help. I'm geographically challenged.
Yeah. Gabriel, where is Fortune compared to St. John's?
Is it north, east, west? As the moose flies.
I found it. Gabriel is the brother of
There he is.
little Albert.
Little Albert.
Little Albert's here.
The-
Okay. Graham comes through the Burnin Peninsula. That's going to help you out a lot.
Yeah, that just sent me further backwards. Listen, Graham, we got to get together, and you got to really learn my geography. Like, I barely know where Toronto is. I just get on planes and get off planes and head to baggage pickup.
Mm-hmm. I've actually got a whole bunch. Maybe I need to get some patches for myself.
Wait, what? Yeah,
Yes,
why
I
has
will
there
have-
never been a down and back patch?
Because I'm cheap.
Here's the thing: we got to bring back the patch culture, right? Honestly,
Well, I will have. I was looking. I will have these East Coast cornhole patches.
you know what? I still think, Doug. I think I have maybe.
I also have a.
Do you even have a voice of cornhole one?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna have to bring one of those up for
the
you.
first time out of the package, I have a Daryl Lucio, Dirty Birds cornhole patch.
Okay. Is that PVC?
Yeah. And I have that other guy.
Who?
Yep, that guy. Then I have the one that's under. I have the two patches that are always under lock and key. Whenever I'm out somewhere, I have the SWAT cornhole patch,
How the fuck did you get that? And I don't have one.
and I have an Airmail City patch.
What kind of bullshit is this? I have his phone number, but you got the patches?
I have SWAT cornhole stickers as well.
This is complete garbage. Complete garbage.
Do you know who I got these from?
Oh.
One of your friends named Odie. Give me
Odie? Jesus Christ. Look at Doug. You don't have one of these, though. Hold on. You need one of those, Doug. That's sexy right there.
I got a. Well, I've also got a Dirty Birds keychain as well.
Let's see what else. I just have like every other almost cornhole club in the world up here in front of me.
Yeah,
Like-
that's all I got that I carry around here.
Like Doug, you don't have one of these, Doug, do you? Hold on. This is one of the greatest patches ever made, Doug. Ready?
Yeah, yep. Somehow I've got no idea what this thing is, but I've got one. No idea what it is.
Oh, that's a penny, Doug. That's a
Yeah,
penny.
yeah.
I do have a patch.
This is like show and tell time. I go
Wait,
in here.
Hey, Doug, I have a patch from one of.
I have a wing and a koozie.
Wait, I have a patch from one of our friends here, Doug. I'm going to show you this patch, and you tell me who the two people that own this club.
That's our friends the Halberts.
That is the Halberts right there.
I also have a King Seat podcast.
Who?
King Seat podcast one. And what you don't have, I have these here all the time. I've got to get my loans upstairs still.
I got this.
I have. Yep. I have the glove.
What glove?
I have the glove.
For what? What glove?
Right there. Look at that. Look at that. ACL.
What glove is that?
Fan
For what?
hands.
For what?
Well, this is plastic, and when you clap them together, they make more noise.
That
They're
is
fan hands to make more noise.
That is dumb. That is the dumbest thing ever.
You know what though? I have one.
Yeah, that's cute. Oh, look, I got one of these. I don't even know who this is.
This is like show and tell stuff now. One of those guys. Are they coming back? I seen that they did like a new episode, didn't they?
They are coming back. Al, the rubber ducky is not in the studio right now. He is up on my desk. He's not here, but I do have a rubber ducky that gives you the middle finger. I mean, it's communicating.
Yes.
But the patch scene, Doug, was huge.
So Gabriel is 350 kilometers southwest of St. John's.
What the does that mean?
Well, it's 350 kilometers southwest.
Doug, I don't know what a kilometer is.
It's 2.2 miles.
That's a long way to walk.
Yep.
So he's what, over 700 miles away? That's a long distance.
Yep.
Wow.
Over rugged terrain in Newfoundland.
Oh yeah, there is some beautiful land up there though.
Oh, it's 350 kilometers away? That's like 900 moose away that you'd pass.
Are they moose or are they meese? What's multiple mooses? Are they mooses?
Half and half. So we've gone for like an hour here. I'm impressed.
Well, show and tell was at least 10 minutes. So.
Well, yeah, and we had, and the family's just kind of tuning in now. Nicole Hubbard will be joining me on the live feed in Niagara. Really pumped to have her on. We've been talking about her coming on to do some stuff with me for a while, and I can't wait. And it should be a good time.
I think it's going to be an amazing time. I'm sad that I can't make more events up there. I am in the process right now of renewing my passport because it's going to expire in February. So I figure I'll start doing it now, and we'll get the whole families redone. That way, I can travel, because a lot of countries won't let you in if the passport expires within 6 months. I know Canada and U.S. don't do that, but some other
countries they do.
Really?
Yeah, if you're flying, yes. Driving, you're okay. Flying is a no.
Okay.
Don't know why. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But listen, I think it's going to be the second half of the season for Canadian Cornhole. I think it's going to be pretty exciting.
I think it is, and our first half has been pretty good. I know I got some more live feeds coming up that are not ACL Open events. I've got a long, huge waiting list of people who want me to go to their events, and I can't wait to go and see. I know I've had November 30th. I've been asked to go down to one of the Dirty Birds events. Unfortunately, my son's got a hockey game, so I can't go with that because that is your Thanksgiving weekend, and the wife is away, so I gotta stay and do that stuff.
Yeah, listen, I had to change my schedule around all next week because the daughter, who you saw in the pre-show, they won their regionals this weekend for cheering. So they made it to states this weekend coming up. So I had to move the work schedule around so I could be there. But Doug, we have a question mark because when tumbling this weekend, we blew out our knee.
Ooh.
So right now we are on anti-inflammatories, ice, elevation, and crutches. So we're hoping that by Sunday for states, we can start tumbling again.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens there. But you know what happens when a 15-year-old cheerleader can't cheer? They become evil.
They could, yes.
Yeah.
So are you going to be around then Saturday night?
I will be around Saturday night. It will be another 9:00 startage.
Okay, yep. I'll be around Saturday as well too. I won't be able to go as late in a post show, just because I have to be back in because we do have a hockey tournament. I'm not going to our Saturday game because he's not dressing, but he's not playing. So I'm going to do some stuff with the trailer. With should be Hall of Famer Corey Goldbeck. going with him to do some stuff at our trailers, do some raking and some seeding and stuff, and then
Yeah, because you're closed down for the season, but you can still do some stuff, right?
So we can. Luckily we are at the very edge of the campground, so we can park, and we got like a 30-second walk into our site, so I can go and.
So you're just doing some site redevelopment.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. I love that. Yeah, because I won't be able to go late either because I have to. We got to drive kind of quarter of the way across the state because it's in Worcester, and of course we gotta, I gotta get all dolled up in my dad chair gear. It's not bedazzled yet. I think that's next season. It's got to be bedazzled, but I can shine bright like a diamond. Don't worry about it.
Well, you know what I mean. If I've said that I can't go late, and you've said you can't go late, we're going late.
Yeah, that means it's going to be a shit show.
Absolutely.
No, well, even last night when I was on, I was kind of in the comments of Sunday night. I was on Cousin Ben's show.
Yes.
And literally at some point I'm like, "Good night, fellas," because I knew if I kept going, I just was not going to bed.
Yeah, because they would have went late Sunday night because it was just him and Trev, which they're not in here tonight.
No, I have not seen them, but I will be there Wednesday.
Yeah.
There's a water buffalo meeting.
Yes. That's tomorrow.
Oh, that's tomorrow. Shit, tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah. So I got to go do that tomorrow.
Yeah. I got to do work tomorrow, so it's got the real job stuff. So
my real job's only till 6 tomorrow, so I got time to get home and say hello to some people that like to talk about stuff I know nothing about, but just love to ask questions.
So I guess with that, we'll say thank everyone for joining in, and I'm glad that I could talk without an echo. I didn't sound like I was in an empty stadium, but I was trying to say if you were trying to do something or not. But thank everyone for watching, and again, the news. See, it was all him last week.
Listen, I forgot to hit a button. I'll own up to it. I didn't hit a button. I didn't know we both had to be on the same settings. It was my fault.
Well, it's because you've got access to all the stuff with the.
Yeah, but I didn't think we affected. Whatever. We figured it out. We're all good, kids. Hey, we live and learn. Because guess what, kids? We're just winging it.
Winging it. Yes. With winging it, we got what's this right here? East Coast Cornhole. They've been in the chat. Graham's been in the chat there. He's gonna have more gear heading to Niagara Falls. JC Cornhole down here. Over on his side, Sierra Property Inspections. If you're in Edmonton, Alberta area, check him out. He's been doing some great things there. And then that other bag company, the other side, other way, move over. Nope.
Right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Titan bags, where you can now get, as we talked about off the top, all of the Canadian team bags logos on any one of the Titan brands. So yeah, there's that.
You can even get your new Checkmate to check the bags because listen, now when I'm going across borders and I'm carrying a scale, I'm like, no, I don't do drugs. I'm just measuring bags. I need a scale and a little crab checker.
Not when we are commentating.
No, here's the thing. We're commentators, not officials.
And yes, yeah, because I did that. So that's something I know we were going to stop it, but now squirrel going the other way. Was there something about that I'd seen on, was it Sunday night? So I've seen you making a comment in the ACL.
So
chat.
Mish was talking about it. So she was, because I guess there was some controversy. I don't know if it was early that day or the day before. And she was telling people that, listen, we're commentators. And I went in the chat and I'm like, people need to understand that when you're behind the desk and you have a headset on, even if you're official, you're not an official at that time, right? Even if we took the class and we were certified officials, I'm not being paid by the ACL or whatever organization to be there, to be an official sitting there calling games, doing different things, right?
Yeah.
I am there to talk to the people and let them know what's going on in the game, what's going on in the tournament. Too many people turn to us because we're captive observers.
Yes.
Right? And want us to start calling rules, start calling anything. Listen, if I have a headset or a microphone in front of me, you're not even supposed to talk to me technically. You can, I love it, but I'm not there to call a foot foul. I'm not there to call a shot clock. I can help you fix this tablet, but that's not my job. It's only because I know how to do it, right?
Yeah.
Too many people look at us like we're the bad guy because we're not saying anything. That's not the job.
And that's and I bring this up because that was a situation I found myself in on Saturday. Is that I knew there was a violation happening on the court I was on. Actually, I'd seen it earlier in the day. It had continued to come on to the live feed. So I had the conundrum of I know what's happening. I'm not sure if anyone else knows. I can't say anything.
But that's the thing. People turn to the commentators because the commentators, they're reading the rules, understanding the rules, and know what's going on in the game, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I say it all the time. I can't throw that bag, but I can tell you what they're going to throw, right? I can tell you by the way they hold it, they're going to throw a cut shot, they're going to throw an air, whatever they're going to do, right? We've watched enough tape. But even if I know something's going to happen, I cannot get involved in that. That is not part of what should happen. When people turn to me, I just want a little sign that I can hold up that says, go see the director. Go see the director.
Well, and this thing on Saturday was a thing that I think only possibly 3, I know 2 for sure in the building knew about it. Being myself and one other person. So that's where that conundrum came about. Right? And it's like I know it. I can't say anything.
But that's on the players they're playing against. There was another thing. There was another so Jacob had to play Crabtree, right?
Yes.
And Crabtree's pre-game, pre-throw routine. Flippity, 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 right?
Yep.
Everybody on the chat was all pissed off about it. But guess what? There's only one person that can say something. And it was Jacob. And Jacob didn't say anything. He played the game, and he let him do it. He knows how he throws. He knows what's happening, right? But the whole chat was in an uproar, and that's not on Mish. That's not on Wally. It's not on anybody but Jacob. And I'm not saying it's Jacob's fault, but I'm saying you only call the rule if it's bothering you.
Yep.
And it wasn't bothering him, so why is everybody else so upset? I just don't. You know what? It's on the player that's in the game or players in the game to call the rule out.
Yep.
Now, if you call an official over for one rule, they're there for every rule, right? So if you call them for a shot clock, they now can look for a step. They can look for anything else, right? But if you don't call them over, there is no obligation for them to be at the court.
Yep. Like even for in our juniors. So we had just one of the warm-up games, and one of the juniors was clearly stepping over, but it was just a warm-up game. Game meant absolutely nothing. And thankfully, people in the chat watching were very respectful to this very new junior player, because this would have been his first tournament. And so no one was kind of like, oh, look, he's stepping over. No one said that. It did not affect the game. It was not. It didn't matter at all. So that was fine. There was one where I may have kind of said, I kind of snapped my fingers and was like, look at the score, because there was some miscommunication between 2 junior players. Right? That there was something just inputted incorrectly into the scoreboard, but there was no malicious intent. There was just a miscommunication. Right? which it got rectified. Just kind of like, hey, you know what? Just check to see what you put in there, and they're like, okay, yeah, right. So I think for stuff like that, I'm okay with, right? But it's just kind of but yeah,
Well,
it's just
here's the thing too. There's also the rule that you can't put the score in before the round changes, right? Before the
yes,
round ends. I watched the live feed all weekend. It was happening.
there was a lot.
There was a lot. But here's the thing. Me watching it, I know that's something that can be called.
Mhm.
But at the same time, the pros are doing it to move the game along, right? Especially in this. I mean, they were playing late into Sunday, and I know some of them probably wanted to go home and be done with it. But stuff like that's gonna happen. Come on, you can't call every single thing every single time, because then it will just slow the game down.
Mm-hmm.
And I like round limited sometimes too, because I think it adds a little more to the game.
Well,
right?
I love round limited when you have two players that are up there struggling. It's when there's a struggle bus happening. Round limited is my friend, because we're not getting an hour-long game with a couple of people struggling, right? So, well, hey, yeah,
Struggle bus.
yep.
No, but I think it adds an extra element of strategy to the game, instead of just going bag, 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 bag. It adds some, a little more strategy and a little more thought to what's happening on the court.
Yep. So, well, that's our piece on that. So
yeah, that's our soapbox for the night.
Yep. So with that, we will say good night. We'll be back Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern for that there, to talk some more cornhole, and yeah. So have fun wherever you're playing, and remember, in your backyard, the year doesn't matter, but when you're playing in something that's official, you got 3 years to deal with it.